Eastern Ukraine remains a battleground. This as the Russian military tries to move Ukrainian forces that have been sheltered in a chemical plant. Russia's asking for those remaining Ukrainian fighters to surrender by today. They also said they would allow civilians to leave that area safely. NBC's Molly Hunter reports from central Ukraine.
As NATO defense ministers start the first day of their two-day meeting, on the agenda is military aid to Ukraine. There is a lot of frustration coming out of Kyiv. So we've heard it from President Zelensky almost every single day. They need more weapons, they need more advanced weapons, and they need it faster. We heard from the Ukrainian defense minister today, who said that this country has received just 10% of the amount of weapons they have requested from the West. And all of that is focused on the Donbas region. That is where the fiercest fighting is, and that is where Ukrainian officials say they badly need those longer range artillery and those more advanced weapon systems to compete with Russian forces. Now, the fighting centered on Severodonetsk, that city that we have been talking about. All three bridges in and out of that city to Ukrainian-held territory have been blown up. So really no safe evacuation route for Ukrainian civilians. Also really no way for Ukrainian troops to kind of resupply or evacuate or even fall back to more defensible positions. That city, according to the regional governor, still contested. 70 to 80% is still in Russian control. Inside that city, and this is really important to note, there are still civilians. So the mayor estimates about 10,000 people, including 500 underneath the chemical plant. A man we spoke with, though, who made it out, said that is a low estimate. He says there are thousands more people than that. He says one of the reasons people stayed and thought they might be able to wait it out is underneath the city. There's a web of infrastructure, of shelters and tunnels. And he said that is one of the reasons that people thought they might be able to actually stay in the city as the fighting advanced. Molly Hunter, NBC News, Dnipro, Ukraine.
The U.S. announced it will be sending an additional $1 billion in military aid to Ukraine. The Biden administration says 1/3 of the money will help the Pentagon take weapons and equipment from its own stock and then ship them to Ukraine. The remaining 2/3 will be equipment and weapons purchased from the industry by the U.S.